More and more exposures continue to happen as we are in the season of the downfall of Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. KUDAKWASHE Tagwirei is in a new US dollar 1.6 billion cash payment scandal once again. And we are moving from Wikino Chivayo, we are going to Chimombe, we are going to Mpofu, we are going to Mnangagwa, we are going to Priscilla Makanyara, we are going to Isaac Moyo. We go to the twins, Collins and Sean Mnangagwa. We go to Auxilia Mnangagwa. Yeah, you can't finish. It's a whole bunch of people that are busy milking Zimbabwe dry, people that are stealing from Zimbabwe and causing, you know, the poverty that we are seeing and the shipwreck of our own economy, all because of self-preservation and self-enrichment. This is very sad. A sad development that we are seeing happening in the country as more and more exposures are continuously coming out day in, day out. And I don't know by the end of the year how much exposures will be out, as this is the time that exposure is coming out at alarming levels. So ZANU-PF benefactor and tycoon KUDAKWASHE Tagwirei was allegedly paid US 1.6 billion for shares in Kuvimba Mining House, which owns around a dozen gold, lithium, nickel, and platinum mines under the Sovereign Wealth Fund. You still remember the Sovereign Wealth Fund? You still remember the Mutapa Fund, and how we've been talking about these funds, and we were saying this is just a scheme of stealing money, the grand scheme of stealing money that Mnangagwa has started. And this is where we are looking at such kind of payments being done. 1.6 billion US dollars. Guys, this is not joking money. This is money. This is what we call money. And it's being paid as shares. Just imagine. So already we know that KUDAKWASHE Tagwirei is not on his own. These are shares that are otherwise literally being paid to Emmerson Mnangagwa himself. KUDAKWASHE Tagwirei and Wikino Chivayo are just pawns that Mnangagwa is using. So there is no way we can be talking about these people without talking about Emmerson Mnangagwa. So the level of thievery that is happening in our country, the level of stealing is so shocking and amazing. And I don't know really what these guys really want, why they are so hell-bent on milking Zimbabwe dry to make sure that they leave Zimbabwe with totally nothing. I don't know why they hate Zimbabwe this much. And you know what? As for Tagwirei, he started long back, and all the companies that is running for Mnangagwa, over 25 companies that are outside Zimbabwe that are being run by KUDAKWASHE Tagwirei, and of course some being in Zimbabwe with different other names, and you know, just to try and conceal the real owners of these things. So we are looking at a point where we are saying such kind of investment that he has done in that wealth fund, where he has to be getting up to the tune of 1.5 or 1.6 billion US dollars. This is not a joke, I'm telling you. It's serious, it's serious. And the news is all over. It's just all over. It's not just in one place. People are talking about it all over. You see, we still have, again, ZimLife here saying 1.6 billion paid to missed shareholders by Zimbabwe Sovereign Wealth Fund. Mutapa frames the 1.6 billion buyout as an opportunity to end speculation about Kuvimba's ownership. So these are some of these issues that are happening, and we are looking at more and more of these exposures happening. And it's so sad that we are seeing such kind of amounts of monies that are being talked about here. You know, there are monies that can change Zimbabwe or totally. These are monies that can turn around Zimbabwe if they are put to proper use. Unfortunately, the money is not being put to proper use. The money is going into pockets of individuals, and the bishop of these scandals and these deals being Mnangagwa himself. And we've always been saying that, what is it that Mnangagwa really wants from Zimbabwe? What is it? How much really does he want? Because it seems like on a daily basis, we are talking about millions and millions of money that is being taken from one place to the other place. The other place being the place that only those that are connected know. Yet this money is being taken from the public. So we said it from the beginning that the fact that Mnangagwa took this wealth fund from the scrutiny of parliament was already a red flag on its own, indicating that there was a lot of shenanigans that are being done. And remember, the people that he also elected and gave the positions to be running this fund are people that were just in these circles of stealing, in these corrupt circles. And these are the people that are running the fund. We've seen people like Mangunjika being taken to that place. That is, those are the guys who are running the big monies of Zimbabwe. All parastatals grouped in one place, and all their profits, their assets, and everything grouped in one place. And now they are owned by Mnangagwa. So when you hear him saying Vene, he's not joking. He has really taken Zimbabwe into his pocket. Zimbabwe has just became one big tuck shop of Emmerson Mnangagwa, and he can direct monies in any direction he wants. He can direct assets in any direction he wants. He can loot even the profits of those companies. He can sell the shares away. He can sell properties of those companies, from fixed assets to movable assets. He can do that. And nobody else will be able to know what exactly is happening except that board which is running. And that board is just made up of puppets of Mnangagwa. And they are being paid heavily paid. I can assure you that Mangunjika, whatever benefits and salary that he was getting at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, is just peanuts to what he's getting now that he is at the World Fund there. A lot of money now. I think you could find that you could have multiplied what he was getting even 100 times. Very possible, because we are talking of big monies there. Just look at 1.6 billion being paid to Tagwirei as an individual. And these monies are getting to some hands of people that know exactly what is happening. There are people that are connected to this. A lot of people that are there. We still remember the other time we were talking about that white American guy who is also part of that. And these are the guys who are enjoying the big monies in Zimbabwe, while the nation of Zimbabwe continues to collapse, the economy collapsing, Zimbabwe is being impoverished. Zimbabwe is suffering from no medication in the hospitals and all the like. And yet there is a government or people in leadership who are busy making sure that they are milking Zimbabwe dry. Every cent has to be going into their pockets, and they don't care about the suffering masses of Zimbabwe. It is a very unfortunate scenario, unfortunate situation that we are finding in our country, and we definitely have to have new leaders. This is why we are saying the struggle for change must be on. A looter in the struggle for change until we get Zimbabwe off the hands of these thieves. We definitely need to fight until a new great Zimbabwe is given birth to, so that we can have a country that works for everyone, and a leadership that is responsible, that is accountable to the people of Zimbabwe, that is going to be transparent, fair, just, and also running Zimbabwe as a democratic state, not a dictatorship or a dogmatic state like what we are seeing happening right now. So this is what is happening. Very sad development, family. We will continue to be giving you updates. We'll be watching what is happening. Any information we get, we'll be giving you updates. As we are also consulting with many of our sources, we are getting that all this information is very authentic and true. And there is still much more that is not yet even exposed. So exposure is more and more exposures are coming. And this is the time of exposure until ZANU-PF and Mnangagwa go down. Thank you so much for those that have joined me. Subscribe, like, and share. And also put a comment, and also continue to support the platform of the Gospel of the Freedom of Zimbabwean People. Shalom.